Hello, my wonderful friends. If you're over 60 and you're constantly hearing, eat more protein, eat more protein. Yes, this protein is important, but there's one critical mineral that most people overlook, and without it, your muscles just can't repair, rebuild, or grow the way they should. I'm talking about this magnesium. That's right, magnesium. Now, before you scroll away, you need to understand this magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic processes in the body. Many of which are directly tied to muscle contraction, relaxation, and growth. Let me break this down for you today. I want to talk to you about something that could change the way you feel, the way you move, and the way you age, especially if you're over 60. Now, everyone keeps saying you need more protein to rebuild muscle. And sure, protein has its place, but if you're ignoring this one simple mineral, you could be doing everything right and still struggling with weak muscles, fatigue, and slow recovery. And that mineral is magnesium. Now, you've probably heard of magnesium before, but most people don't realize how powerful and essential it is, particularly for muscle health. I'm not talking about some trendy supplement. I'm talking about a fundamental nutrient that your body uses in hundreds of biochemical processes, and many of those are directly tied to your muscle function and recovery. So let me explain this in a way that really hits home. As we age, especially after 60, our bodies don't bounce back the way they used to. A simple walk around the block, a little gardening, or picking up your grandkids can leave you sore or stiff the next day. And the first thing we often think is, I need more protein. But in reality, if you're not getting enough magnesium, your muscles can't fully contract, can't fully relax, and worst of all, they can't repair the way they need to. Let's go a little deeper. Your muscles aren't just sacks of protein. They're made of electrically charged cells that depend on minerals like magnesium, calcium, potassium, and sodium to fire, move, and recover. Magnesium is like the calming force that balances out this electrical activity. Every time your muscle contracts, magnesium steps in to help it relax again. Without enough magnesium, those muscles stay tight, cramp up, or feel sore much longer than they should. And listen to this, magnesium actually activates ATP, your body's main energy molecule. That's right, ATP is the fuel that powers every cell in your body, especially muscle cells. But ATP doesn't work by itself. It needs to be bound to magnesium to be biologically active. No magnesium, no fuel, no recovery. Do you see the connection now? You can eat a 12-ounce steak, drink a protein shake, or eat egg whites all day long. But if magnesium is low, your muscle cells can't even use the nutrients you're giving them. It's like putting premium gas in your car with a dead battery. It won't start. Your body is the same. Magnesium is that electrical spark your muscles need to turn fuel into energy. And here's something most people don't know as we age. Our magnesium levels tend to decline. Why? Well, part of it is diet. We're not eating as many magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and avocados. But it's also because older adults don't absorb magnesium as efficiently. And we lose more of it through urine due to certain medications like diuretics, blood pressure meds, and even antacids. So if you're over 60 and experiencing muscle cramps, twitching, weakness, or just slow recovery, it might not be about getting more protein. It could be that your magnesium tank is running low. Now, I want to share something important. A lot of people tell me, Doc, I take a multivitamin, I'm getting magnesium. Well, guess what? Most multivitamins contain very small amounts of magnesium, and often it's in a form that's poorly absorbed. We need bioavailable forms like magnesium glycinate, citrate, or malate, forms your body can actually absorb and use. I've seen it again and again. Once people start correcting their magnesium deficiency, the change is noticeable. They sleep better, their muscles feel looser, they recover faster from workouts, and they feel more energized throughout the day. Why? Because their cells are finally getting the support they need to do their job. Now, let's make this practical. Think about your daily habits. Are you eating foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, or even a square of dark chocolate? These are packed with magnesium. You'd be surprised how a few simple changes in your diet can completely transform how your muscles feel and function. And if you're someone who exercises, whether it's walking, yoga, light resistance training, or even swimming, you're already putting demand on your muscles. That's good. But demand must be met with recovery. this. And magnesium is the silent partner making that happen behind the scenes. Let me give you a real world example. I had a gentleman in his mid-60s doing all the right things, eating clean, exercising daily, staying hydrated, but he was always sore, felt drained, and thought he was overtraining. We added a simple magnesium supplement to his routine. Within 2 weeks, he told me, "Doc, I feel like I'm 10 years younger." His muscles were no longer stiff in the mornings, and he was finally waking up feeling refreshed, not exhausted. That's the power of giving your body what it needs. Now, don't misunderstand me. Protein is important. It's a building block. But magnesium is the blueprint, the wiring, the electrical signal, and the recovery crew all rolled into one. Without it, nothing else works right. So my friends, I want you to ask yourself this. Are you giving your muscles the silent nutrient they've been begging for? If you're feeling tight, weak, or you're not recovering like you used to, don't just reach for more protein. Take a good look at your magnesium intake. You might just find the missing piece to your muscle health puzzle. You have the power to rebuild, recharge, and renew your body at any age. Don't let age define what your muscles can or can't do. With the right support, including this powerful mineral, you can stay strong, mobile, and independent for years to come. I love and appreciate every one of you. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day. Today I want to bring something to your attention that might just change the way you think about muscle health, especially if you're over the age of 60. Now, we've all heard how important it is to get enough protein to maintain strength, muscle mass, and energy as we age. And yes, that's true. Protein is essential. But what if I told you that many of the symptoms you're blaming on low protein might actually be signs of something else? Something that's hiding in plain sight? That something is a magnesium deficiency. Now stay with me here, because what I'm about to explain could be the reason why your body isn't feeling the way it used to. Are you experiencing muscle cramps, fatigue, weakness in your legs? Maybe you feel sore longer than usual after physical activity, or you're just not bouncing back from exercise like you once did. And maybe you've been told or assumed it's because you're not getting enough protein. But here's the truth, my friends. You could be eating plenty of protein, and still feel like your muscles are running on empty. That's because magnesium deficiency mimics many of the same symptoms as low protein. And it's incredibly common, especially as we get older. Let me break this down for you. Protein is a building block. Yes, it's crucial. But your body doesn't just absorb protein and magically turn it into muscle. It needs a support system, a whole team of nutrients working behind the scenes. And magnesium is one of the leaders of that team. It helps your muscles contract and relax. It fuels your cells with energy and even allows your body to metabolize the protein you eat. Without enough magnesium, your body struggles to put protein to work. So even if you're getting the right amount of protein, your results are limited. Think of it like this. Imagine you have all the bricks you need to build a house. That's your protein. But you don't have the tools, the workers, or the blueprint. That's your magnesium. You've got the raw materials, but nothing's getting built. And then you wonder why the house still looks the same after all your effort. That's exactly what happens inside your muscles when you're low on magnesium. So what does this feel like in real life? Let's talk about muscle cramps. That sudden, painful tightening in your calves or feet, especially at night, is a classic sign. Most people don't realize this has nothing to do with protein. In fact, it's one of the clearest symptoms of low magnesium. Why? Because magnesium is responsible for helping your muscles relax after they contract. Without enough of it, the muscle stays stuck in a contracted state, and that's what causes those painful cramps. Now let's talk about muscle weakness. If you feel like your legs are heavy, or you're struggling to lift things that used to feel easy, you might think you need more protein. But again, that could be a red flag that your magnesium levels are low. Remember magnesium is involved in creating cellular energy, ATP, the fuel your muscles use to move. Without magnesium, ATP can't function, and your cells feel tired, even if you're feeding them all the protein in the world. And here's one that really surprises people: prolonged soreness. Maybe you go for a walk, do some light stretching, or lift a few light weights, and the next day you feel like you ran a marathon. You might blame your age. Or think this, I need more protein to recover faster. But this could be your muscles saying, help! I don't have enough magnesium to repair the damage. Recovery is a magnesium-heavy process. It regulates inflammation, repairs micro tears in the muscle, and supports circulation so fresh oxygen and nutrients can reach your cells. When magnesium is low, everything slows down and you're left feeling sore, stiff, and tired longer than you should. Now I want to tell you something even more important. These symptoms are subtle at first. They creep in. You don't wake up one day and suddenly feel depleted. It happens gradually. And because it looks so much like other common problems, like protein deficiency, dehydration, or even aging, you may never suspect that magnesium is the missing link. And my friends, here's the real kicker. Up to 70% of older adults are deficient in magnesium, and many don't even know it. Why? Because as we age, we lose our ability to absorb magnesium efficiently. Our kidneys excrete more of it. And to make matters worse, medications like diuretics, acid blockers, and certain heart drugs drain magnesium from the body even faster. So what's the solution? It starts with awareness, knowing that those cramps, that fatigue, that lingering soreness may not be because you need more chicken breast or protein powder, but because your mineral tank is running low. It also means making simple changes. Start by adding magnesium-rich foods to your diet, leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard, nuts and seeds, especially pumpkin seeds, almonds and sunflower seeds, avocados, bananas. And yes, even a small square of dark chocolate. And for many of us, especially those over 60, a high-quality magnesium supplement can be a game changer. Look for forms like magnesium glycinate, citrate, or malate. These are much more bioavailable, which means your body can absorb and use them efficiently. Now, I'm not saying to throw away your protein shakes. Protein is still important. But don't overlook the cofactors that make that protein work. Magnesium is the unsung hero in your muscle recovery journey. It's the key that unlocks the door to strength, flexibility and energy. You don't have to live with sore muscles, low energy, and slow recovery. You're not just getting old. Your body is simply asking for support. And when you listen to those signals and give it what it needs, it responds. You start to feel stronger, sleep better, move easier, and live with more confidence. Your muscles are smart. Your body is wise. Give it what it needs, and it will take care of you. I love and appreciate every one of you like this. Thank you for being here with me today, taking care of your body. Keep listening to the signals. And as always, make it a great day. Let me ask you a question that hits close to home. How are you sleeping lately? Are you waking up refreshed and energized? Or do you feel like you've been hit by a truck every morning? Are your muscles still stiff and sore even though you did an overdo it the day before? Now, if you're over 60, you already know that rest and recovery just aren't what they used to be. You might get your 7 or 8 hours of sleep, but somehow you still feel tired. Your muscles don't bounce back, your joints ache a little more, and you're left wondering like what's going on? Today I want to shine the spotlight on a powerful mineral that holds the key to both deep sleep and fast recovery. That mineral is magnesium, and if your body is running low on it, your sleep and muscle health are going to suffer, no matter how clean you eat or how many hours you spend in bed. Let's get something clear right from the beginning. Sleep is where the healing happens. Your muscles don't grow and repair when you're awake. They recover while you sleep. Your body releases important hormones like growth hormone and testosterone during deep sleep. These are the hormones that rebuild tissue, regulate metabolism, and keep your muscles strong and your bones dense. But here's the catch. If your sleep quality is poor, those hormone levels suffer. And if your magnesium levels are low, your sleep quality is almost guaranteed to decline. Let me explain why. Magnesium plays a central role in calming the nervous system. You see, we live in a world that's constantly on. TVs, phone, stress, noise, work, worries about our health, our families, our finances. All this stimulation causes the brain to release excitatory chemicals like glutamate and adrenaline, which keep us in a fight or flight mode. That's great if you're running from a bear. Not so great when you're trying to get a restful night's sleep. That's where magnesium steps in. Lift your knee up like this. Magnesium activates your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your rest and digest system. It helps your brain slow down. It promotes the release of GABA, a calming neurotransmitter that literally tells your brain it's time to relax. When magnesium is present, your heart rate slows, your blood pressure stabilizes, and your muscles start to let go of tension. Now, I've had patients tell me, "Doc, I can fall asleep fine. I just can't sleep." That's a classic magnesium issue. Magnesium doesn't just help you fall asleep. It helps you enter and stay in deeper stages of sleep, like REM and slow wave sleep, where all the real recovery takes place. And when I say recovery, I'm not just talking about feeling rested mentally. I'm talking about what happens at the cellular level, especially in your muscles. Every day, whether you exercise, walk the dog, clean the house, or even just carry groceries, your muscles go through tiny amounts of stress and micro damage. That's normal. It's how we build strength. Knee up like this. But your body needs fuel and rest to repair that tissue. And magnesium is involved in all of those repair processes, from reducing inflammation to rebuilding tissue to flushing out waste products like lactic acid. Without enough magnesium, recovery is slower, soreness lingers, and inflammation sticks around longer than it should. And here's the part that's often overlooked: low magnesium increases cortisol, your stress hormone. And elevated cortisol not only disrupts your sleep, it also prevents muscle recovery. High cortisol breaks down muscle tissue, lowers your immune system, and throws your blood sugar off balance. But magnesium acts like a natural cortisol regulator, helping your body manage stress and heal more efficiently. Now, I want you to think about this. Have you ever noticed how a poor night's sleep makes your body feel heavier, your muscles feel tight, and your energy just crashes throughout the day? That's not just in your head. That's your body crying out for repair that never happened. And guess what? When you're low in magnesium, your body may not even be able to enter deep sleep, no matter how tired you are. You're knee like this. You end up in light sleep, tossing and turning, waking up feeling like you barely slept at all. It's like being stuck in sleep limbo, and it can go on for years if the root cause isn't addressed. But here's the good news, my friends. You can turn this around. You can support your body, improve your sleep, and supercharge your recovery, all by giving your body what it needs. Start with your diet and magnesium-rich foods throughout your day. Spinach, Swiss chard, pumpkin seeds, almonds, cashews, avocados, and bananas. If you like oatmeal or beans, you're in luck. Those are magnesium boosters too. Even a little dark chocolate, 70% or more cocoa, can give you a small but helpful magnesium hit. And who doesn't love that? For many of us, especially over 60, it's also wise to look into magnesium supplementation. Look for forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate. They're gentle on the stomach and easy for your body to absorb. Take it in the evening, maybe an hour before bed. With a warm cup of herbal tea, you'll be amazed at how calm your body begins to feel. Less tension in the shoulders, less racing thoughts. Just a quiet, peaceful signal to your body that it's time to rest, recover, and rebuild. I've had countless people write me and say, "Dr. Mandell, after adding magnesium, lift your knee up like this. I'm finally sleeping through the night and waking up without those itching legs and stiff joints." That's not a coincidence. That's a body that's finally getting the support it's been begging for. Remember, your body is intelligent. It knows what to do. It just needs the right tools. And magnesium is one of the most powerful yet most overlooked tools we have to enhance recovery, reduce inflammation, and restore deep, healing sleep. So if you're struggling with sleep, feeling sore all the time, or just not bouncing back the way you used to, don't just reach for pain relievers or protein shakes. Start looking at what your body might be missing, and magnesium could be the missing link. Take care of your body. Honor your recovery time. And give your cells the love they deserve. The knee up like this. I love and appreciate you. Thanks so much for spending this time with me. And as always, make it a great day. You've probably been told over and over again that you need more protein as you get older, especially to keep your muscles strong and your body functioning well. And yes, it's true. Protein is incredibly important. It's the building block of your tissues, your organs, your enzymes, and most importantly, your muscles. But here's something that most people, even many doctors, overlook. Your body can't use that protein properly without enough magnesium. Let that sink in for a moment. You could be eating the perfect amount of protein. Maybe you're sipping on your protein shake in the morning, enjoying your chicken breast at lunch, and eating your eggs at night. But But if your body is low in magnesium, a lot of that protein may never reach its full potential. It's like having the bricks to build a house, but no workers to put them in place. Your knee up like this, the protein is just sitting there and your body doesn't know what to do with it. Let's go a little deeper into why this happens. Magnesium is involved in protein synthesis. That means the actual conversion of protein into muscle tissue, enzymes, and other vital structures. This process doesn't just happen on its own. Your body has to go through a series of chemical reactions to break down dietary protein into amino acids, then rebuild those amino acids into new muscle fibers, immune cells, and hormones. And guess what? Magnesium is required at almost every step of that process. If magnesium is low, the machinery slows down. Your body might absorb the protein. Yes, but it's like having the ingredients for a recipe and not enough heat to cook the meal. Things stay half-finished, inefficient, and sluggish. Knee up like this. That's why magnesium deficiency can actually make it feel like you're protein deficient even when you're not. And here's another piece of the puzzle. This magnesium activates ATP, your body's energy molecule. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate, and it fuels virtually every function in your body, including muscle contraction, nutrient transport, and cellular repair. But here's the thing most people don't realize: ATP doesn't work unless it's bound to magnesium. That's right. Without magnesium, ATP is inactive. It's like a car with no key in the ignition. So when you're low in magnesium, not only can you not use protein effectively like this, but your cells don't have the energy they need to even begin the rebuilding process. And that's when people start to feel tired, sluggish, and weak, even if their diet looks perfect on paper. Now let's talk about inflammation for a moment. As we age, we deal with more low-grade inflammation in the body, whether from joint issues, past injuries, or just the natural wear and tear of life. When inflammation is present, your body needs even more protein for repair. But guess what helps regulate inflammation? Magnesium. Magnesium is like a cellular traffic cop. It tells your immune system when to kick into gear and when to calm down. It helps reduce the oxidative stress that damages your cells and interferes with muscle recovery. So if you're eating protein but your inflammation is high and your magnesium is low, it's like trying to put out a fire with a garden hose. And that leads us to another critical issue: insulin resistance. As we get older, especially after 60, our sensitivity to insulin often drops. So that means our body has a harder time using the glucose and amino acids in the bloodstream. Magnesium plays a huge role in improving insulin sensitivity. So when magnesium is low, not only does your body struggle to absorb and use glucose for energy, it also becomes less efficient at moving amino acids into your cells, which is essential for muscle building and repair. It's all connected, my friends. Every piece relies on another. So let me paint a picture. Imagine someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond. They're eating healthy, getting enough protein, doing light exercise, staying active, but they're still losing muscle mass, feeling weak and struggling to recover. They keep asking what am I doing wrong? And no one's talking to them about magnesium. This person doesn't need more steak. They don't need another scoop of protein powder. What they really need is to unlock the power of the protein they're already consuming, and magnesium is the key to doing that. Now, how do you make sure your body is getting what it needs? First, just look at your diet. You want to start loading up on magnesium-rich foods. That means leafy green vegetables like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard nuts and seeds, especially almonds, cashews, and pumpkin seeds, legumes like black beans and lentils, whole grains, quinoa, brown rice, and oats, and yes, even dark chocolate. 70% cacao or higher. These foods don't just taste good, they're feeding your muscle repair system. Second, consider a magnesium supplement, especially if you're over 60. Our ability to absorb magnesium from food decreases with age, plus many medications like diuretics, antacids, and blood pressure drugs can cause magnesium to be lost through urine. That means even if you eat well, you might still be deficient. I recommend magnesium glycinate, malate, or citrate. These forms are gentle on the stomach and well absorbed by the body. A dose of 2,400 mg per day can work wonders for many people. And it's best to take it in the evening because not only does it support recovery, it also helps you relax and sleep better, which we know is essential for muscle growth. Now let me be clear, I'm not telling you to stop focusing on protein. Protein is still vital. But it's time we started looking at the big picture. This magnesium doesn't replace protein. It activates it, it's support, it helps it work. If your body is like a construction site, protein is the bricks. But magnesium is the blueprint, the foreman, the tools, the energy source, and the cleanup crew, all rolled into one. Without it, not much gets done. You have the power to support your body at any age. Clean up like this. You don't need to feel weak, tired, or defeated. You simply need to nourish your body smarter. The solution might not be more food. It might be better absorption. And magnesium is